Vittoria and her husband live in the remote hamlet of San Luigi in the mountains of Gafagnana in Tuscany. With a half-hour drive to the nearest shop, the couple grow and look after a little bit of everything. They used to keep cows and made cheese. She's making pitonka, the local name for infarinata or maize polenta. Before we share her recipe, if you enjoy these videos, please support our work and become a member of the Pasta Grannies YouTube channel. And this is black kale, Cavolo Nero di Trasilico, a variety typical of the area which we collected on our way up to meet Vittoria.
Allora, abbiamo lo stesso nome.
Mi chiamo Vittoria, abito a San Luigi e vi preparo la farinata di cavolo nero, fagioli e verdure. In questa frazione la chiamiamo pitonka.
Vittoria starts with prepping her vegetables. There's leeks, carrots, potatoes, beans, and of course the Cavolo Nero. This variety has big blistered leaves, and Vittoria removes the stalks by stripping the leaves.
What's the trick?
I have to have a go.
Nothing for it. Yeah, I like this. This is fun.
Semplice.
See?
Vittoria gives the stalks to her chickens. She chops up her vegetables and adds the pieces to the pan, in which she's already put some olive oil. Vittoria pours over some more oil and puts the pan on the heat to soften the vegetables. Meanwhile, I found Vittoria's cantina.
So we're in Signora Vittoria's wonderful cantina. It's an Aladdin's cave of beautiful things, bottled, dried, and look what I just found. A whole basket of beans. She grows her own beans and then she packets them for use through the year, but also so she knows which varieties she likes for growing next year. And in fact, that's how diversity happens with all the lovely different beans that you find in Tuscany. And we're going to go through and use one particular variety that's great in soups. This variety is called Fico di Gallicano, and fico means fig in Italian, and the reason they're called figs is because they're sweet when you taste them. Very good. Anyway, so the sequence is, here's the dry beans. You soak them overnight and then you boil for 2 hours. Those are the drained beans, and this is the liquid which is then used in the infarinata. But the story I like most about this bean is that it comes from California. Some visiting Italians liked these beans so much that they smuggled them back. This is centuries ago. Okay, don't come after me about the legalities of this. But they smuggled them back in their hats and have adopted them as their own because they like them so much. Like that story. Okay. Così?
Sì, così.
Okay.
The next ingredient to be added is the fat from cooking a Biroldo blood sausage.
So this dish I've just discovered is made during the pig slaughter, which happens once a year during winter and is passed from family to family. But obviously this is you get fresh blood sausages at that time, and so this is like a black pudding, and you boil this sausage to create a pork stock which has got lots of fat on top like this. And so this dish is actually vegan up to the point that you add this stock, and you can use other forms of fat and other forms of flavouring if you want, but in this village this is what they use.
This gives the mixture umami and cinnamon and cloves from the sausage.
Questo va cotto per circa un'ora, poi si assaggia, se tutto è cotto tutto a modino, è pronta. E si può aggiungere la farina di mais.
The maize polenta comes from the local mill, which we visited.
So this mill has been around since the 18th century, several hundred years old, and the position is because there were the large enough mill stones, the stones to make the mill, in the riverbed. That's how you chose your location for a mill, which I didn't know before. It's new to me, but it makes sense, doesn't it? And so the water is diverted, as we saw, through the mill, and when you open the sluice gates, the force of the water coming through drives the stone and it starts milling. Obviously you don't do that all the time, so we've just seen the difference in the volume of water coming through the mill. They're currently doing chestnut flour.
It's a heritage variety called Formenton Ottofile, thanks to the 8 rows of kernels.
Ciao Vicky!
Allora, ora noi abbiamo fatto scendere il gran turco dentro questa qui che si chiama la tramogia. A questo punto noi azioniamo l'acqua, apriamo la bocchetta dell'acqua e la macina comincia a girare e comincerà a uscire la farina. E quindi
The surging water powers the grindstones, and the result is a freshly ground maize, packaged in a cotton bag. Adriano turns up the heat by adding another log. Vittoria sifts the polenta to remove the coarser bits of maize.
Vi faccio vedere quello che rimane. Quasi pronto, 5 minuti ed è pronto. Ora cambiamo la pentola perché la farina di mais cuoce meglio nella pentola più grande.
She has moved the vegetable and bean mixture to a bigger pan so she can stir the polenta better. She adds more water as it's needed and keeps stirring until she has a thick porridge and everything is cooked. This is the pitonka.
La pitonka è pronta. Ora la assaggiamo. Speriamo che sia venuta buona.
It's hearty, wholesome and absolutely delicious. Grazie mille, Vittoria.
Buonissimo. It's got loads of flavour. I think frying the vegetables first brings out even more flavour. And there's the beans and the bean broth, and you've also got there's quite a savoury lard that's been added to this, and it's really delicious. It's worth trying. Buono. See.
Click subscribe for regular helpings of Pasta Grannies and come back next week when Olga and Milena make trofia al pesto.